And we're back.
Within the world of Silent Hill.
Playing more Silent Bill. Yeah. Working me up a thirst. Or, just water. I mean, that's what I was drinking.
That doesn't quench my bloodthirst.
I'm bloodthirsty, boy.
Have you ever seen that movie, Little Shop of Horrors? Plant that needs to feed on humans to grow bigger.
I haven't, but I only haven't because I disliked a lot of theater nerds. And that's such like a theater nerd thing.
I'm a huge fan of musicals, so I love like Sweeney Todd and that movie and like the Muppets.
Okay. So, first of all, I have no problem with theater nerds now. If that's your thing, awesome. Be into your thing. It's funny. I love The Wizard of Oz. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It was my favorite movie as a child. It's all I would ever rent. That led my mom to be like, "Are you gay?" She asked me like a lot. And I was like, I'm not, although I appreciate the acceptance, like for sure. But it's funny because I love The Wizard of Oz. I hated musicals. Did I ever tell you about, I saw Sweeney Todd in theaters?
No, you didn't.
I went with Joe Da.
Oh, Joe Dot?
Yeah, Joe Da. And, Joe Da. And so we went and we saw Sweeney Todd. Now, there's backstory here. So I didn't know what Sweeney Todd was. We had HBO at the time, and there was an HBO making of, like behind the scenes. It was like 30 minutes or 45 minutes long, but the making of Sweeney Todd.
Oh, that's hilarious.
At no point do they ever mention it's a musical, and the only shots from the movie they showed were shots where it was dialogue and they weren't singing.
Oh, that's hilarious. So they completely negated
Never, because I guess they just assumed everybody was familiar with the fact it was a famous musical. So Sweeney Todd, the movie comes out, and me and Joe Da, we go and we see it in theaters. So it's the boat scene in the very beginning, and they're singing for the whole time. I'm like, man, what a weird way to enter this movie.
You're like unexpected.
Yes. And so I'm complete. Wow.
Well, it was funny. I was thinking that was going to happen at one point, and then it did happen. So, that just goes to show.
Yeah, so you didn't hear Ben's reactions to my story. Maybe you did. Maybe it came through my microphone.
Yeah,
but anyway, I'm
maybe.
going to continue anyway. So they showed no musical parts of it at all. So it's the boat sequence where they're singing the whole, it's like a full song. It's like 3 minutes long,
Yeah.
4 minutes. They get off, and then they're talking. I was like, okay, weird way to start this movie. And then they go into another song, and I audibly in the theater go, is this a fucking musical? The entire theater starts laughing.
That's pretty great, honestly.
I actually walked out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
so
don't blame you.
So me and Joe, I was like, he's like, did you not know this is a musical? I'm like, no, dude, I fucking hate musicals.
Oh, that's so funny.
And he's like, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah. We were with somebody else. We had to have been because we went and sat in the car. Maybe we were with your brother. Because he's like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it anyway. So we just went and sat in the car and just like bullshitted for 2 hours.
That's hilarious.
So now it's a couple years later. And now I know it's a musical.
Yeah.
I'm actually at your house.
Oh.
So I must have watched it with your brother. So he might not have been at the theater with us. But I sit down and I watch all of Sweeney Todd, like at your house, and I was like, oh, I actually really enjoyed that. That was very good.
Yeah, no, I was muted for it, but I was saying, I actually enjoy musicals. I like Sweeney Todd. I liked Little Shop of Horrors. And I love the Muppets and things like that. So I'm a
So
huge
that's
fan of
context. He was
musicals.
asking me if I had ever seen Little Shop of Horrors, and I said no. Because of my weird thing with theater nerds. If you have headphones on, they probably heard you through my mic. But yeah, sorry about that. That's bound to happen.
Yep.
But now I like musicals. I was actually, it's funny. I was really into Glee I was one of those people who got really into Glee.
I'm not a fan of like High School Musical stuff. But I like if a musical is like interesting and weird, like Nightmare Before Christmas or things like that.
Yeah,
It's got to have some different kind of context because the High School Musical stuff just doesn't interest me.
So the thing about Glee, so Glee then and Glee now are completely different. Same show. Watching it through different, like, the lens of time.
Yeah.
It's so fucking unhinged and weird.
Really?
I stumbled across this video on YouTube and I recommended where it's just like Glee is fucking insane. And it's like been over for almost 10 years now or something.
Yeah.
So like going back, and he's like pointing out how absolutely fucking crazy that show is. I'm like, holy shit, it is. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And like, I want to go see Wicked. Like, I actually want to go see that when they do it in Seattle again.
Yeah. Dude, I hate, this is one of the things I always hate.
Have we gotten the flashlight yet?
No, I haven't. That's what I'm trying to make sure I don't mess a room, but like I'm following this wall as hard as I can, and I keep messing the single door. Okay, there we go. I finally got it. Okay, holy crap. I think I got, yeah, okay, I did good.
We all just missed it, like the bedroom puzzle in Homecoming.
Oh, jeez, man.
I mean, having the map of the house never came up, but having the flashlight in this game seems very important.
Oh, it's necessary, so I need to find it. I just need to remember, so there's this room right here, and I remember this puzzle is you have to push a box underneath the ladder that's there, but I'm trying to remember if you get the flashlight, you have to get the flashlight before you do that puzzle, is what I'm trying to remember. This way.
Do you want me to look at the Googles?
Well, it hasn't been that long. We'll give it some more time. I'm sure I can find it. There's still a few unexplored rooms over here.
Well, I'm gonna prime it, and I just
Yeah.
won't tell you till you ask.
Let's see here. Handgun, health. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you got it?
Yep, picked
Cool.
it up. We're all set.
I'm just gonna leave Silent Hill 3 HD just on my Google search.
Just in case.
Warning: when leaving the room, be sure to turn out the lights. It will be obvious if they are not switched off, because you'll see them.
If you fucking say so. I'll listen.
There's a light switch here.
Bam. I think that was it for this room. Okay.
I wonder if we're gonna get hit by a subway car in this playthrough.
Oh, maybe. That might happen. Depends on how quick I can be.
It's just every time I've watched Let's Plays of Silent Hill 3, it involves dying to the train 3 to 10 times.
Hey, hold on while I look at my map.
He fucks off. He's like, all right, we'll finish. All right.
All right, now I'm gonna get you. Get up on the Hydra's back. Oh, no.
Best get to get.
These clothes are so out of style.
Oh, did you look at that rack?
Which one? Oh, this one?
Yeah. Clothes are awfully dirty.
Blood splatters.
They weren't like this before. What could have happened? Bulletproof vest.
Ooh, yeah. I wish she kind of wore it. That'd be kind of
Yeah,
funny.
that was always my big annoyance, like with the older Final Fantasy games. I'm like, come on, show the armor I got.
Dude, yeah, I always appreciate it when a game actually lets you see the small little clothing options and shit like that.
Did you put the vest on?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so you run slower.
Ah, okay. Should
I think you leave it off, and then I think it's just like, if you remember, you put it on for like actual boss fights.
Okay.
But even then, some of the boss fights is better to be quick.
Like, I'm thinking of the first one, that giant.
You'll just sell it at the shop.
Yeah, exactly. He'll buy it for a high price. What? Oh, come on.
Dude, you're gonna get got.
I am.
He was saying something to you, but did you listen? No. He's like, hey, didn't mean to knock you down there. Then you're like, ah, bang, 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 bang,
It's
bang.
just trying to talk to me like they look like monsters to you. What? That was just a helpful old man.
It's like the Hey Arnold. I was just looking for the bus stop.
Dude, seriously.
No scene ever made me feel that bad.
Oh, dude. That show makes you feel. That
Yeah.
show's got some great stuff to it.
Everybody wants to give SpongeBob all the credit for being like the best show of that era, but come on. dude.
Hey Arnold, man. It taught you lessons of acceptance and, you know, like, if you want to fight if somebody wants to fight you, you just got to act all fucking crazy and they won't fight you.
Crazy, man. I don't know if that's played out.
I think that's the first episode of Hey Arnold.
No, I mean just that concept.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you want to fight me, man? I'm crazy.
I'm fucking nuts.
No, crazy guys don't say they're crazy. They stab you with a screwdriver. Which, to be fair, in my head is the worst thing to get stabbed by.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I know I have to.
And if you're thinking, no, the worst thing to get stabbed by is a rusty spoon, we get it. You watched Invader Zim.
We all watched Invader Zim.
You know what? Honestly, maybe you even read Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
I
We get
had.
it. Yeah, I do.
I like Squee more.
You're the. You know what? That's such a Ben take.
I liked Squee a lot. That shit was so stupid. It's not that I don't know the humor's bad. It's just I have a bad sense of humor. That's just straight up how it is.
It's funny. I was not a fan of Invader Zim as a kid because I have like way too much empathy. Mm-hmm. So like when they're taking organs from children,
That is one of the darkest episodes for sure. Or the episode where he has the best friend and he removes his eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. That stuff is, I don't know, man. To me, that
I
was
can't
just
handle
funny.
it. It's too gross to me.
It
I'm
was-
like, I have empathy. I have my like when like when things happen to like kids and shows, I think about their parents. Like I was recently rewatching Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
and I watched it up until the point where fucking the one dude kills that kid on the motorcycle.
Oh.
And like season 4, like into season 4 or season 5, whatever it was. And I was like, yep, that's it for me.
Can't do this anymore.
Yep, that's literally why I stopped. It's like, cool. I know how the show ends, so I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah. I just remember what I needed. I need a clothes
hanger.
hanger.
And that was probably in the clothing shop.
Oh, sweet jeez. Okay.
Probably the hanger you took the bulletproof vest off of.
You're probably right. Up and over. Yeah, these guys got. Oh, come on, come on.
But this game, it's like, yeah, there's not, like, you avoid combat a lot. Mm-hmm. By a lot, I mean strictly. But it's the most, like, anxiety, like, fucking, because you feel helpless.
Yeah,
Like,
you do.
James, like, you beat a couple things to death with a stick, and you're like, oh, I'll fucking beat my way through this whole game.
Or you just shoot the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy just to kill everything.
But, like, these monsters are actually intimidating. Like, you have to just be running the whole game. You may as well not have a gun.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, you can kill them, but I don't think you, like, ever get the ammunition where you could just kill everything.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not an option. Like, they give you a way to divert monsters, like, as an indicator of, like, yeah, this
They
thing
make the
happened.
areas bigger because in Silent Hill 2, they make everything way more narrow, so it's harder to get around them. This one, they definitely give you a lot more room to actually, whatever the word is, like, yeah, go around them. So
I felt like Homecoming was a bit more narrow, too. But
Yeah.
it trapped you into fighting. Like,
It
there's
did.
literally a gauntlet in that game.
Yep, exactly.
In our Let's Play, you can watch that gauntlet. Can't hear a fucking word we're saying. But the gauntlet's there.
Use the coat hanger. As a kid, I used to just do that with coat hangers just because
Oh,
I would just fucking unravel them and fuck with them.
that's the thing you don't see anymore. A wire coat hanger.
Yeah, really.
It's funny. I have some wood ones because I had a fucking a cheap like leather jacket that was heavy as fuck. And then I got rid of the leather jacket. Now I just have like 25 wood coat hangers for no reason. I mean, it's holding my cardigan, I guess. But like
Yes.
the leather one broke plastic hangers. Or the leather jacket did.
Too heavy.
Yeah, I want a leather jacket, but I want like a good one. And it's like bad ones suck so fucking bad.
Well,
And I'm like, how much money do I need to spend? And then it's like,
with
I'm like,
anything leather, you gotta wear it a couple times too before it starts to become comfy, depending on what it is.
yeah, I just want another motorcycle jacket so I can pretend I'm in the Ramones. But like, I want a decent one. I might even go vegan leather. But I'm like, I want a
leather?
decent one. I'm like, I'll spend like, 500 plus for one, but I just don't want to end up spending 500 plus and it just being another shitty leather jacket that they overpriced.
Yeah, yeah. I've had the same leather jacket for 10 plus years. It's a soft leather jacket.
Yeah, that's what I
but
want,
Yeah, it's I actually really like it.
It's funny. I was looking at boots, like casual boots, because I have like my combat boots, my hiking boots, and a pair of Doc Martens that I'll never break in. But I'm like, I just want like some casual, like everyday, like brown boots. And the company that makes them also makes like a leather jacket that's in like the same kind of like whiskey brown color.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I fucking love a brown. I'm like, black's played out. And I was like, and your leather is supposed to match, so I'm like, maybe I'll just get theirs if I get the boots.
There's that guy.
Yeah, maybe it's the one you have, but I remember your brother had like a cool like flight style brown leather jacket.
Yeah, he doesn't have that anymore, I don't think. I think that was something that he ended up getting rid of or losing. Because he had a lot of clothes that he used to wear back then that wasn't anymore.
Why are you whispering, man?
Why am I whispering?
Yeah, you're like whispered that like he used to have a lot of clothes.
He
and,
used to have a lot of clothes.
it's a secret.
I'm distracted, all right? I'm trying to get through this.
You don't need to talk about having a lot of clothes, man. I fucking have gone from a 2XL down to a fucking small and some shit. And then I was a medium for a long time, and now I'm back up to a large. And it's, yeah.
I've been the same size for like years. I haven't like gotten fat or skinny. It just stayed right at that 190 mark.
I was super fat, and then went down to we're worried about you skinny. And then now I'm back at like a reasonable size.
Maybe I should.
Like I put some weight back on because I was like cold in 100-degree weather.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Like Tyler was like, man, I'm glad you put some weight back on. Like I was worried. I was like, you weren't going to fucking say nothing? And then Hannah was like, they said stuff to me, but it's just one of those like, what am I going to say to you?
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. It's like at the end of the day, they trusted you.
Yeah. They're like, y'all got to listen to me. And I was like, that's fair. It was funny because back then it was like just, it was fucking sugar-free, gluten-free. As our roommates in Texas said, my diet was sand.
It's just
I was
pockets of sand.
Yeah, because I was just ovo vegetarian. I just say like vegetables, white rice, and eggs.
Oh, jeez.
And and I was running 8 miles a day. And then Tyler was like, maybe just pick one. Just don't do both. Just do one of those two things. Eat sand or run that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hold on, that's when I pulled out my gun.
Dude, you can't. The knife doesn't do anything. Dude, like literally, the knife doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna. Don't worry, I got it. I got it. Combat.
What you got?
Combat
Wasted
skills.
health drains.
No, we got it. Just gotta go.
How hurt are you right now?
I'm perfectly fine.
Maybe look. I don't want you to fucking get me.
Ah,
You're orange.
I'm yellow. Let's wait until I'm red. Yeah, take that.
That's just all.
That's what that is. Yeah, take that. I love that you can stomp on the already dead ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bunch of dismembered mannequins.
What's that? Handgun and another health wink. Okay.
Health drink. What do you think that is? Hydrogen peroxide?
Yeah, you just pour it down your throat and it heals all wounds. I saw a video on fucking YouTube Shorts the other day, and it was a guy saying, it's just like, you don't actually want to use hydrogen peroxide. It's not good for you, or something like that. And then everybody in the comments is like, I'm a doctor, and that's bullshit. Like, oh, okay.
I'm a doctor, scientist,
Yeah.
astronaut.
And that's bullshit. Use hydrogen peroxide. I fucking use it all the time.
I love how the internet becomes experts in things.
Yeah, oh, it's great.
Like recently, it's been the submarine. I was like, everybody you're just immediately a submarine expert.
Everybody knows what went wrong with it, but no.
They're like, of course it depressurized. Like,
Like, what?
somebody I knew was just like, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, their schematic didn't like have proper CO2 like scrubbing, so they were gonna suffocate anyway. Like, of course it depressurized. And I was like, dude, you're a line cook.
Yeah, seriously. No, it's funny. People, it's
I
funny how
love a
much
billionaire
weird...
dying as much as the next guy, but I also like you shutting the fuck up.
Oh, man. That billionaire didn't do nothing to you. He was just an adventurer. I just think it's ironic that you paid for your own coffin in the water.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. I was like, that's just fucked.
When we were scrolling through Prime, Amazon or Titanic is on Prime. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh fuck, you wanna watch Titanic? It's off of there in 7 days. I'm like, I bet it's because like fucking Netflix or HBO immediately bought the rights to that shit.
Yep.
It's a great movie. Like that's
Well, I say give it a couple months and we'll be seeing the documentary about the fucking, the sub.
oh yeah, for sure.
There's definitely going to be a documentary about that.
Man, I love a good documentary. But HBO makes the best docs. Like if it's HBO made it, it's fucking incredible. We watched American Pain, which is the one about the opioid crisis, which is something I didn't think I'd care about. Fucking great.
Yeah.
Because they make great documentaries.
As long as it's you got people who are interested in what they're talking about and they portray it in a nice way, usually anything could be pretty interesting to me.
You want to know what makes a good documentary? No fucking narrator. The story needs to be told through the people you're interviewing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like literally, the best documentaries don't have anybody narrating it. It's just a guy behind a camera, and the story is being told through the people talking through their interviews. And if the story's good and the people you're interviewing are good, the story comes together and you're never left. You don't need anybody to fucking fill in the gap.
yeah,
Narration.
exactly.
One exception was well, it never got finished, was the documentary about skate punk and pop punk in the 90s. It was called 1994, but that was narrated by Tony Hawk. And it's free on YouTube, by the way. The guy who was making it ran out of money to pay for all the music rights, so he just canceled it and just put the final version that he could put together up for free on YouTube, and it's great.
Well, I would say him narrating a documentary about skateboarding and stuff works because he's a pro skateboarder. He would know
Well, it was
the ins
about
and
punk
outs.
rock.
Oh, okay.
But it was like about like all the bands that played on like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Like they're so synonymous with that.
Yeah.
So like having Tony Hawk narrate it was great.
It works.
But yeah, HBO, incredible documentaries. Fucking, have you seen Class Action Park?
No.
Oh my God, watch that documentary. It's so good. I got Max to watch it because my roommate at the time was watching it.
Yeah.
And I caught a little glimpse of it and I'm like, was laughing. I was like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's, Class Action Park. And I was like, what's it on? He's like, oh, it's on HBO Max. It's a Max exclusive. Oh yeah, because we had HBO as an add-on through Amazon Prime. Didn't work through that. It was specifically for the HBO Max. And so I canceled the Prime add-on and got HBO Max to watch that documentary, and it's that fucking good.
That's hilarious.
This is about this shady-ass amusement park in New Jersey in the 80s, where, like, people regularly got injured, fucking died, like, drunk teenagers ran the whole fucking thing.
Oh, jeez, really?
Like, yeah, a day didn't go by without, like, a bunch of people getting hurt. And it was open for, like, fucking a decade.
Yeah, usually
The
stuff
dudes
like
from
that.
Jackass were in it because they had gone there. Like there was MTV Spring Breaks there and shit. Like, and it's got like the footage from the 80s.
So
like,
it was just a wild and crazy time.
dude, a fucking lawless amusement park. Like,
You gotta appreciate it.
it's so fucking good, dude. Watch it. I'm telling you.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, all those guys from back then. Watching Jackass nowadays It's just like I feel like would be kind of hard to watch certain ones. But man, back in the day, I was a huge fan of all that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Most kids probably were.
We grew
from the
up on
90s,
it.
Yeah.
Fucking Bam Margera was our Jake Paul. Anytime people shit on the Pauls, because I'm like, it's not for me, obviously, but I'm like, we can't pass judgment. We had Jackass and Bam Margera.
Yeah, and he was one
Physically
of
assaulting his father
Yeah.
on like a regular basis. Like we literally had that, so we can't pass judgment.
and we thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, and Bam is honestly probably douchier than the Paul brothers.
Yeah. I still remember when MTV had that show where Bam was getting
Viva La
married.
Bam?
Yeah.
Oh, Bam's Unholy Union.
Dude, what a terrible, like, I don't even know how that girl fucking stood to be with him for as long as she did.
See, Ben, he had a lot of money.
I know that, but just
He had a fucking purple Lamborghini with a heartogram on it.
he loved him.
Yep.
Just like, no, dude. That shit. I remember that's when shit really started to go downhill.
Yeah.
That's when that show was playing.
But when it comes to Jackass, I think I could definitely watch the show because there was only like 2 short seasons.
Yeah.
And there's something very nostalgic about it because it was like made on a super low budget. Like Aaron came over once and we got drunk and we watched CKY 1, 2, and 3
Oh, yeah.
because I have the trilogy on DVD.
Oh.
Yeah, or but CKY 4 had all my favorite bits, which I didn't realize, which was released after that trilogy had come out. But yeah, we got drunk and watched all of them, and
Yeah.
it was a blast from the past.
That's a good
David was
time.
there for a little bit, and he's like, I do not get what you guys are getting from this because he didn't like grow up on that like we did. So he's like,
Who?
this David.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, dude, this sucks. This is all obnoxious. It's like, you don't have the nostalgia goggles.
Yeah.
He dipped. He took off, and
Those nostalgia goggles will definitely help you through
Dude,
a lot of
you need
things.
it. You could watch that fucking. You couldn't go in blind in 2020. No, that was 2019. Can't go blind into that. You have to have like a lot of brain chemicals be released in order to enjoy that.
Yeah, for true. Very true. Because I still love what is it? The movie they did, Haggard.
Yeah, Haggard? Oh my God.
You can't watch it if you're new to it. You can't watch it. But
The
if
time has passed for you.
exactly. But if you grew up with it and you go back and watch it, you definitely get some laughs out of it for
Yeah,
sure.
It's probably the most obnoxious thing on earth. for
Yeah.
anybody, like
oh Jesus.
the uninitiated. That's why you gotta make mustard gas.
Yeah. Well, I have the detergent. Do I put it into this?
Yeah, but you need the
I have
Do you have both?
this, and then I have. That's it.
Yeah, you need the other one.
Okay. Making illegal chemicals. That actually reminds me. So, do you know Chrissy? She lives down the street from me.
I don't know her. I know of her.
Okay, so her kids. So I'm sitting there watching anime yesterday.
As you do.
As I do, and I was just kind of hanging out. And for some reason, I was like, I'm going to look out the window, and I see her kids hanging out around my new car. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you kids? So I poked my head out the window. I'm like, what are you kids doing? And they act all awkward at first, like I just caught them doing something wrong. I was just like, okay. And then her child was like, Ben, do you got any styrofoam and gasoline? I was just like, what the fuck do you want that for? And I was like, so no, I don't have that. And he's like, do you have any soap, dish soap? I was like, what do you need that for? He's just like, I'm trying to make napalm. I was just like, what the fuck? These kids are like 11, 10, 9 years old, and they're trying to make napalm. And I was just like, it kind of made me think of me as a child. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Let the kids have some napalm.
Whatever. I didn't have the things they were looking for anyway, so whatever. But then it got to the point where it's just like, well, can we take a picture of of me in front of your car and act like it's mine? I was just like, no. In fact, don't go near my car. Go away.
No, actually leave. I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, seriously. I was like, no, just get out of here.
Hey, man, I never lit shit on fire.
Yeah, I did as a kid. I definitely burned stuff. I was a freak.
Yeah, get that you're a kid, but do that shit somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought it was hilarious though because it caught me off guard super hard. I was like, "What?
Trying to make napalm.
Napalm? Why?
Dude, video games exist.
We got shit we want to burn."
Yeah, we want shit to burn and not go out easy.
Yeah, seriously. Just a very, very trippy little thing that happened. Memories.
Fucking shit, kids.
So, okay, so I can't go that way. Do I have to go back through that room, go down that hallway? Looks like... Oh, wait, no, but that hallway leads to where the bugs are at. So I
Yeah.
have to go back.
All right, want me to tell you what you're looking for is?
Yeah, you might as well.
It's first floor, women's bathroom.
So, okay, so I have to go to the... So I just remembered I have to go to the first floor woman's bathroom. Chris, you'll edit that out, right?
Nope. Out of respect for time,
Oh, well.
it's not like the viewer doesn't also have Google.
This is very true.
See, other Let's Players pretend. We're not them.
We're not going to pretend. When we look stuff up, we'll let you know.
Yeah, because I'll be quiet for a second, and then I'll magically know where to go.
Okay. Going back down, going back down.
Escalator. Don't these go to nowhere?
Did you ever remember? I remember.
Yeah, these go to nowhere.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I gotta go up that ladder. As a kid, I remember playing on the escalators a bunch at.
At the mall.
No, it was at a Kohl's or something. It was somewhere. It wasn't at a mall. But I remember it was with another friend, and that's literally all we were doing. And we got in trouble for it by the store manager.
Yeah, dude, you should fear and respect that escalator.
Fear and respect that escalator. As a kid, it's just a fun ride. I didn't think
until
about
it's
it.
not. Until you're fucking maimed.
Hey.
Meat fists, meat fists.
Oh, there's 3 of them in here now. They're just multiplying.
Yeah, they've come to witness the beginning. Didn't you hear that Mormon chick?
She spelled it out for you. The next coming of God.
God's gonna come.
He's gonna come on the walls, come on the fucking stairs.
There it is.
Hey. Bleach. Oh man, I could finally start cleaning some of these walls.
Yeah, fuck, they need it.
Someone actually in there? Ugh.
They're having a time. Oh, is this the
Oh,
I thought this was the Easter egg.
someone respond, or is it just me? Ugh.
Better put your hand in there.
Good thing I got all this bleach.
Better put your hand in there. Did we miss that?
What?
Where she like goes to reach, like, what am I doing?
No, I think that's a later sequence. At least I'm pretty sure it is.
It's not like a foghorn.
I say.
I'll say it, boy.
Climbing ladders.
Static. Dun, dun, dun. If you got that, good for you.
One of my favorite superheroes is Static Shock. Okay.
Are we almost to the bucket?
Time to be an exterminator.
We'll become chemical terrorists on the next episode,
Oh, okay.
but we'll get to the bucket.
Yeehaw. Bye.
Bye.